Myself, Jatin Savalya, and I'm majorly handling the customer success on behalf of the VideoSDK. And today, we have Chintan with us, a senior Flutter developer from our team, and he's basically going to explain how to integrate video conference SDK in Flutter application within 10 minutes. So he's going to share the exciting stuff today. So not spending much time. First, I will start with the basic introduction. What is SDK for those guys who are not that much technically good? So there will be the two parts in this session. The first one would be the non-technical introduction, and the second would be a pure technical things that how to exactly integrate video SDK in Flutter. So that will be covered obviously by Chintan, because he is actually a good guy with it. So not wasting the much of the time, I'm just sharing my screen and explaining the details. Meanwhile, if you guys have any of the doubts or queries, or you want to say anything, you can drop down your queries in the chat box. I will try to cover all the queries one by one in the chat box, so that we don't miss any of the queries. So not uh, wasting your time, let's jump on the things. Okay, so is my screen visible to you all? Okay, cool. So let's start with the video SDK first. Kind of non-technical things where basically what we are providing is we are with video SDK, we are just helping you the developers to make the things easier. So that's our ultimate goal. Now, and today we will help you to understand how to build a video conferencing app in Flutter within 10 minutes. So that's going to be a super cool thing. So what things we will cover is, first of all, what is SDK, offerings of video SDK, use cases which few of our users have just suggested us. So I'm just going to replicate it to on you. And the last one is live integration. Obviously, Chintan will help you with the live integration, how to do this in your application itself. So let's move on. So basically, what is SDK? It is SDK is basically a software development kit. Let's take one simple example. Uh, I am having one application in which I want video calls, whether it could be one-to-one video calls or small video meetings. I want that in my application. So there are two ways to achieve it. First, either I can use the third-party application, like ready-to-use applications like Google Meet, Zoom, that kind of things. Either I can use that, or I can use any of the software development kit to build that feature in my application natively, and then I can serve to my clients. The major difference between both of them is dependency. If you are using any third party's ready to use tool, then definitely it is not giving good user experience to your users. Your users are using your application, then they are going to shift to Zoom, and then they will come back to your application. Obviously you don't want that, right? So to avoid that things, you would definitely like to build video calling, a simple one-on-one or so small group meetings in your application natively itself. So for that, you will definitely require a software development kit. Now, video SDK is offering multiple kind of software development kits as per users requirement. So Python, plain.js, Angular, Ruby, .NET, PHP, React, or even React Native, native Android, native iOS, Electron. These were the things which we have, and from and today I will show you the live demo of Flutter SDK as well. That how to, if let's say if your application is in Flutter, then how to integrate exactly this video SDK into your Flutter project. So this is the basic introduction of what video SDK is doing. I'm sure you are not much interested in that, because you obviously want to see the Flutter part. So let's first of all just check the basic use cases which we can achieve with video SDK. The first thing is e-learning, we have seen that since the COVID-19 pandemic, there is a steep rise in online education, because obviously people can't go to schools, teachers and students are coming to the online platforms. So you can build video conferencing for e-learning purpose. For with us, you can either build audio podcast. This is a kind of new trending feature where people can directly just communicate with each other through audio podcast, so that you can also build virtual events. This is kind of new normal, because let's say if I'm here, I'm hosting one offline event, I need to travel to the particular place, then I can attend. It is actually wasting a lot of my time. So people right now moving towards hybrid or virtual events, where they can directly join from their devices and they can enjoy the whole event. So actually event is actually the basic example of that only. So that kind of thing you can achieve with VideoSDK. And obviously the platform on which we are having conversation, that is also built over the same SDK, events.videosdk.live. We have built the same SDK on the we have built the same platform on our SDK itself. Uh, Telemedicine. Actually, since COVID-19 pandemic, there is a kind of a feeling of fear in between patients before they visit any of the clinic in person, or for old age people. It is a kind of very uncomfortable thing to visit a doctor's clinic. So for them, there is a huge trend of telemedicine, and that kind of thing can be achieved with video SDK as well. Now there is also this trend of live streaming in e-commerce. Since Alibaba Group has started this thing, right now people are actually much focusing on this part. They can directly, vendors can directly come live on their platform, and people can watch them. Vendors can, showcase their products, that how good their products are. So that kind of things can be built with video SDK. Now it is very easy to start. All you need to do is just land on our website. It's something looks like this. You just need to click on the start project button, generate your API key, and you can start with the your idea. And obviously there are free 10,000 minutes every month for you. So if you want to just try out the things, definitely we are not going to, it is not going to cost you at all. So that's something which we can do. Now I'm handing over the session to Chintan for technical things. He is actually going to focus only on the technicalities, that which how is the architecture of Flutter Video SDK which we are having, how to integrate, and he will also show you the by he will also run the application which he is going to build in Flutter right now. So not wasting much of your time, handing over to you, Chintan.
Okay,
Okay,
so hello
so hello
everyone.
everyone.
Am I
Am I
audible?
audible?
Please
Please
turn off
turn
your
off
audio.
your.
Hello. Now it is not echoing, right? Okay. Okay. So my name is Chintan Rajpara, and I am a Flutter developer at VideoSDK.live. I generally handle technical aspects of our product, whether it is front end SDK side, which I am going to build right now. So uh, so let's without wasting a time, let's start. First of all, I will explain you the basic architecture of our application. So how it works, how uh, how usually we develop our SDK, so that uh, every developers can uh, take less efforts to develop their applications. So is it visible to everyone? Okay, so let me explain you the basic architecture of the meeting SDK. As I already mentioned, that this architecture will be followed in each and every platform, whether it is Android, iOS, or JavaScript, or any web-based platform. Same goes for the Flutter. Same architecture is followed here. So if I explain you this right now, the same architecture will be followed in each and every platforms. So in Flutter, we expose, if you install the Flutter SDK, you will get this three classes and one widget. First one is meeting builder widget. If you are familiar with Flutter, if any widget ends with a builder, then it is responsible for rendering component by taking some configuration files, and also returns the new instance of any meeting or any else. If you recall, for block pattern, if you use block pattern, then there is a block builder. Then if you are returning a building a widget through that block builder, it will return the instance of a block. Now in same goes for here, it will return the instance of meeting. Second one is a meeting class, third is participant class, and stream class. I will explain you detail on that. Now if you render the meeting builder widget from passing the required configuration, the required configuration may be meeting id or token or display name of that user. If you want to turn on the by default you want to turn or off your webcam or mic, so by passing the default configuration, you can initialize the meeting builder, directly render it into the component, or any or material app. It will return you the meeting instance. Now that meeting instance will be handling the core part of the as a SDK. If it will handle the local participant, it will handle the participants, the remote participants that who joined the same meeting. Next one will be the event handlers. Next one will be the event handlers. It will responsible for the notifications, right? If any other participant provides a chat, so it will be notified over here. If any other participant joined the meeting, it will be notified via here, the meeting event handlers. So the core events that are occurring on the meeting, it will it will be notified with these handlers. Same controls and microphones controls and webcam controls, you can toggle or switch the webcam and microphone through this. So for the core functionality can be achieved from this meeting class. One more thing, if there is local participant and participants, so they are both following the participant classes. Now local participant is also the instance of participant class, and participant is the map of remote participant, and they are also the instance of participant class. Now same as meeting, uh, it will also have their own event handlers. Now if remote participant has turned on their mic, then that um, event will be occurred via this event handlers. If they turn off their mic or anything related to that particular participant, that events can be achieved by here. Participant metadata can be also, you can achieve from that. If display name, participant id. Last will be the streams of that particular participants. If you want to render a video of that participant, then you can use this. If you want to render the audio only, not if you want to only hear audio call, then you can use this. You can skip the video stream. So this will pass this webcam streams, screen share and microphone streams. Now after that, now this is the basic architecture that we had followed in Flutter SDK. Now I will show you the documentation. Now that the documentation guide will explain you the more in more detail that how this participant class, this meeting builder widgets, how this works. So you can navigate here by docs.videosdk.live. There is the landing page. It is the landing page. There is uh, custom video SDK calling. There is a guide. After that you can navigate here. There is a client setup, there is a server setup. Inside the client setup, you can follow the Flutter SDK setup. You can directly add into your project, and these are the permissions you have to apply in the manifest files for Android and iOS. Now, after that, initializing a meeting. So, if I earlier mentioned that we are providing a meeting builder widget, so in meeting builder widget they will have multiple configuration to token or meeting ID. So you can go for here and fetch the meeting ID and token for that and initialize the meeting using the meeting builder function. So it will handle the meeting builder function and render the meeting after joining the meeting. After that, so there is a starting and initializing and meeting and joining the meeting. After that, you can manage participant if you want to uh, render the participant. So how to render the participant, you can follow this guide as well. So uh, as I already mentioned earlier, that you can have the meeting event listeners for the participant if their participant has turned on their mic or not. So by these event listeners, you can get the streams of that participants and render that into your code. This is used for meeting leaving uh, and ending the call. This is the camera controls. So the same meeting instance can be handled, is responsible for each and every purpose. For if you want to enable the webcam, disable the webcam, or anything. Microphone, same goes for microphone. Now this code, this documentation is the code I had mentioned over here is available in the code sample that we had provided. Um, if you migrate to VideoSDK.live, docs.videosdk.live, there is a code sample. We had followed the guide, and now you have to follow the code sample. There is a custom video SDK for Flutter code. This is the GitHub link, and you can uh, follow the guide and build your own meeting SDK. Of, I will clone this. I will clone this repository and show you how to run this application. So I already cloned to not wasting much time for installing the dependencies and all. So I had directly cloned this application and running this application into the local machine. It is building the project. As screen sharing and everything is going on and meeting is also running, that's why it is, I think, taking much time. Okay, it is built successfully. So it will automatically, when you render that meeting builder widget, it will automatically initialize that meeting after rendering that meeting builder widget. So this is the local participant view. If it is running on simulator, that's why it is showing this local participant. If I switch camera, then that's why it is showing this. Now it is a basic implementation of the integration of the video SDK, Flutter SDK. Now behind that, there is a screen for participants, remote participants. There are two participants I had joined in the same meeting that is running on the Flutter SDK. If I turn on this webcam, then it will show here as well. So that this all things is achieved from that participant class and event handlers that we mentioned earlier. So you can follow this guide and follow the code sample. This exact code is available on GitHub. you can use that and refer that for integrating in your own application. As Jatin earlier mentioned, that you can build your custom UI using this SDK. Is it is I had built this UI by my own, and you can design your own UI with this SDK. So that is the sole purpose of this providing this SDK. And yeah, that's it. That's it from my side. Over to you, Jatin.
Okay. Thanks, Chintan, for explaining a brief about how you can uh, build your own uh, application in Flutter, and you can integrate the video SDK in it. So I think we are good to go with the question and answer session. So participants, if you have any of the question and answers, you have any of the queries, please drop it in the chat box. Meanwhile, I'm also dropping. I think most of you would be having the queries as well after this call. So for that, you can join our Discord channel. You can anytime drop your queries. Let's say right now you are not available, or you can directly just drop your queries. Okay. Okay. Aman, he is having one query. Is video SDK library present in pub.dev? Chintan, I think this question is for you.
Yes, our it is published in pub.dev. There, yeah, let me show you the web page. So it is published over here, and it is basically on running on version 0.05. And yeah,
Now Sargam is asking, can you, yeah, can you please suggest how can I go about integrating a chat feature in one of my application? Any SDK package plugin for chat feature in Flutter? Okay.
in Flutter SDK, we are currently developing that feature. It is on roadmap. Um it is not that, but our other SDKs like React Native, JavaScript, SDK are having that feature. That feature will coming very soon, and yeah, the chat feature will be coming very soon.
Okay, cool, cool. And now Jatin Parmar. Okay, cool. Jatin Parmar have a question. Please share link PPT and video link. Okay, sure. So I will share that PPT in our Discord channel. Please, you can join our Discord channel. I have already shared the link. Let me share that link again. Please just join the Discord channel. I will drop the PPT, and I will also drop this video link. Basically, we have live streamed this whole meeting on YouTube, so I will share that YouTube link with you. You can go through this whole thing on later stage as well. So okay, Jatin, I will do it. Now Sargam's query, yes, we have answered it. Now Manav is asking, what's your age over Jitsi? Okay, now I would like to answer this question. If you are comparing the solution with Jitsi, actually Jitsi is a good solution. Let me just tell you. If you want to build your own video conferencing thing, you want to host it on your own cloud, then Jitsi is very good thing. But to integrate Jitsi, generally it requires a lot of time. That is the first thing which is required. But obviously, if you have good expertise with Jitsi, then definitely you can go with that. Now the second thing, the first parameter was time. The second parameter is having a difference between uh, you know having my own, I think some issue with my pin. Okay, let me pin myself. Okay, now if you want to host the solution on your own cloud, and if you are hosting the solution on if you are directly using the SDK, then there is a huge difference in between both of them at scale. So let's say tomorrow my startup is booming and I want to have 30 participants parallel concurrent meetings, let's say 1,000 concurrent meetings of 30 participants each. Then it will be very hard for me to scale up this solution with Jitsi, because that I have hosted on my own cloud, and it will require at least 3 to 4 months for me to scale up the whole solution. And even after that, I'm not sure whether I will be able to do it successfully or not. So that is the major drawback, a major benefit we have over Jitsi. You can directly use our SDK. It won't take more than half an hour to integrate, and even applying your you can apply your custom UI itself, and then you want to auto scale it. You can scale the solution to up to 5,000 participants in one particular meeting, and you can run n number of concurrent meetings at a time. So that's something which we are doing, which are going. Now let me take the another question. It's from Gautam Murugan. Can you provide the certificate after the meeting? Gautam, can you just explain which certificate you are talking about? That would be great for me. Mm, certificate. Okay, Gautam, if you can just elaborate on your query, that would be good. Sir, please Slack link. Okay, Slack community. We are actually having the Slack community only for enterprise clients. So no worries. I will ask Kinjal to share that with you, to Jatin Parmar. Okay, Aman is asking, for Flutter, do we add to make native configuration, or all the implementation is on the Flutter side? I think this question is for you, Chintan.
Okay, so for inside our SDK, we had already integrated or deployed every native features. So you don't have to code in native side, as there is a issue in React, not issue, but as we have to do in React Native, you don't have to do in Flutter. Uh, each and every code is deployed in the Flutter SDK, the video SDK package we had published on pub.dev. So yeah.
Okay. Now let me answer to another query by Jitendra Mistry. Maximum how many users can join in live stream? Yes, I had just actually answered the query just right now before. In one particular meeting, in one particular stream, up to 5,000 participants can join, which can interact with each other as well. So in a meeting itself, up to 5,000 participants can join. If you want to just provide the one-way communication, then there is a limit of up to million of the million. You can serve up to millions of the users. But in interactive, where you can everyone can have interaction with each other, in that kind of thing, up to 5,000 participants can uh, join at a moment. So that is the limit which you have. And yes, you can run n number of meetings, parallel n number of concurrent meetings at the same time. So that's something which you have. I think I have just some issue with my camera. Okay, now for there is one another query from I think I have missed some question to Jitendra Mistry. Yes. Okay, Mano is asking, any plans for supporting Flutter in web? I think yes, we are already supporting Flutter in web. Chintan, if you can, uh, take this.
For Flutter web part, we are working on that part. Currently, it is not supported on web, Flutter web. So we are working on that. Yeah.
Okay, so you can soon expect a Flutter in web as well, and with the same amount of simplicity. Yes, that's good. And now, John is asking, is it possible out of the box to limit participant numbers? As an example, I want no more than 12 participants in one particular meeting. Chintan.
Okay. So you can do that by native side, your client side. You can limit the participant on if any participant is joining if allowing to join, then you can uh, simply kick that participant out from that meeting. If the limit is crossed, then simply automatically kick out that participant. And you have to do one more thing. You have to assign a manager automatically. One participant will be assigned as a manager, that internally that manager will be handle that participant count, and the new participant will be automatically kick out. So you can do it by that way. Currently, from SDK side, there is no feature for participant limitation.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Gautam Murugan is asking any video for Scratch to advanced available in YouTube. No, right now there is no video available, which is describing the same thing. We are going to make few trial videos as well, where you can start from the scratch. It would be a kind of lengthy process, so we can definitely provide it. Now coming Meanwhile, yes, you can explore the documentation. Now Aman is asking, can the owner of the meeting handle, mute or remove other people?
Yes, the host can remove or mute or unmute any participant. There is an event for inside the participant class that you can use for toggling request to toggle that webcam, or directly turn off that webcam, or same goes for microphone. And as I earlier mentioned, that you can also kick any participant. So yeah, it is possible.
Okay, further question. Mm, just a second, let me check the question. Okay, Sagar Kodi is asking, does Video SDK will work in background if user press home screen and app is in background, same as Zoom and Skype? Chintan.
If you don't close the application, it will run in background. Yeah, it will run in background, but it will, if you directly kill the application, it will that meeting will be stopped. But if you navigate to other application of that same phone, then it will run in background.
Okay, cool, cool. Yes, meanwhile, in between, if you have any counter questions, any of the participant, then please you can ask that as well. Now, Manav is asking, do you support picture-in-picture mode in Flutter?
No, that picture in mode is not there yet. I think that feature goes with the background running application. If that we kill that application, it should run on picture in picture mode. But that picture in picture mode is not available, because that application in background, truly background mode is not there. If we kill that application, it will stop the meeting from that participant. So the picture in picture mode is not missing.
Okay, okay, cool. Nishant is asking, are there any legal restriction to countries where the services can be used, and are there any latency considerations for specific regions? No, Nishant. Basically, I want to clear it out. Legally, there is no restriction on which country can use and which country cannot. So you can. We are serving across the globe. Now, latency consideration. Now, basically latency depends upon the servers, your actual distance from your space to the server. So to overcome the latency issue, to make sure that in each and every region we support between 300 to 500 ms latency, we have deployed our servers across the globe with different with different providers, so that let's say if you are running a meeting, if one of your participant is from United States and one of the participant is from India, geographically both the regions are very far away from each other, but you can still expect between 500 to 600 ms, maximum 600 ms latency in this scenario as well. So this latency you can expect all across the globe, doesn't matter wherever you are. and yes, it is available across the globe. No legal restrictions. Uh, but let's say if you want to serve to those particular area, let's say as I had mentioned in telemedicine, let's say you are serving to telemedicine uh, people and you are serving in US region, then you must follow HIPAA compliances. Yeah, we are providing the HIPAA compliant solution. So if you want to, so that kind of particular services, then you need to make sure that you are before actually implementing the solution, you are coming to us, you are mentioning that I need to follow HIPAA compliant, so compliances, so we can accordingly provide you the solution. Basically, if you are serving in US with patients, compliances, if you want to serve in European region, you need to follow GDPR. So that you need to make sure. Now, uh, okay, Nishant's query has been answered. Now Gautam Mugan is asking, really Flutter is very easily and comfortable, and learning time is very uh, difficult. That's complicated. And what is your advice for beginner developer? I think Chintan can advise on this.
Okay, so Gautam. So as a beginner developer, I will always suggest them to start from very basics and start from learning the core of the. You have to deep dive into the core of the Flutter, how it works. And second will be the to have a very good grip on the Flutter that programming language only. So first of all, make a strong grip on the programming language. After that, start working on Flutter basics. After that, you can you know switch to the complex part of the complex navigations of the Flutter, complex API routing, API fetching. So start from the programming language. So yeah, you can follow this.
Hmm, okay, cool. Now there is another question from Sagar. I think this is Sagar Kodi. This is again a technical question. So as per your answer, if SDK will work in background, so it will be open a separate thread from UI thread, right? So we require to add background mode in iOS configuration, right? Chintan.
So if you switch the application from to other application, that meeting will be always be in running mode. And if the second question is the background mode in iOS configuration. So in iOS, I don't think that you have to configure that background mode, because that media stream is always there. So you can try that by your own, and we can uh, so that part is already configured.
Okay, cool. There is a last question from Man's side. Hmm, Chintan, can you please mute yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a question from Mano. Uh, can we add meetings? Can we add meeting messages like we are able to comment here? Uh, got it, Chintan?
That same meeting implementation of Flutter SDK, right? Okay, so that meeting messages part is on our roadmap, and as previously also someone asked that same question. That messages chat feature is on our roadmap, and we are going to soon release that feature.
Okay, now Gautam, Mano, and Anand are thanking us. That's good. Thank you for your this thing. Now, as we
as we
don't
don't
have
have
Chintan.
Chintan.
Okay,
Okay.
as
As
we
we
don't
don't
have
have
yeah, as we don't have much questions, so we can, I think we can move towards the ending of the session. So before ending, let me just drop again the Discord link over there. So if you haven't joined our Discord channel, please join it. You will in future when you start to implement the thing, if you have any of the queries, any of the answers, any of the suggestions, or any of the requests, feature requests, so anytime please drop the queries on Discord, so that we can get to know that yes, this is something which you want. And we believe in uh, you know uh, co-creation. So basically, if we can help you in something where which can help you at uh, gaining your uh, goals, if we can help you in achieving your goals, then that would be a great thing for us. Thank you. June is also thanking us, so thank you guys for your time, and hopefully we will see you again with an amazing session in upcoming future as well. Join our Discord, and we have the same we have recording of the session available on YouTube as well. We will post the link in YouTube, so you can we'll post a link in Discord, so you will find it from there. Thank you, Naren, and all the team for joining us with the session, and thank you, Chintan, for
this.
this
Thank
explanation.
you.
Thanks.